Welcome everyone to the Keeping It Real Conversation Show with your host Camila, aka Sunshine. Of course, as I state, I'm so glad to be in the land of the living. It could have been another way, but God saw fit that we would be here tonight. Let somebody know that we are live on the Facebook page. We are live on our YouTube channel, which is the name of the show. Please like, share, and subscribe. We are live on Twitch and X, formerly known as Twitter. As I state, I have some of the dopest people on this side of heaven that gets to sit down and have a conversation with us. Tonight is no different. We find out that, of course, we have more in common than we are different. Of course, I believe in 6 degrees of separation. You're literally one person away, one advice away, one help away from where you need to be in your destiny, proven over and over again since I started this show in 2020. This man right here, even though I just met him in a short period of time, he's an awesome person to be in the room and sharing a space with. He has years of knowledge, years of experience. And I want you to understand that you need to know this person. Like I always say, you need to understand where he come from. And I need the world to know and support this man. So tonight, Detroit native Richard A. Bass has been an inspiring writer since 2001 at Ferris State University. It was there where his love for the arts began. He did his first stage play or production called You Ain't No Different. Since that time, Richard has written and produced several stage productions, in which one is still shown nationally. That stage production is called Entangled. This production went through national distribution in 2014. Since that time, under the production company Chosen One Productions, he has several movies currently showing, including, but not limited to, Chocolate Kiss, Intimate Betrayals, and Daddy, I Love Him. Richard has a few more movies slated for release in early 2024. Richard's goal is to continue creating products for the world to see and to leave a legacy behind for his children to follow in his footsteps. You guys, tonight I want you to stand up wherever you are. I want you to put your hands together as we welcome Richard Bass to the hot seats. How are you?
I am great. How are you?
I can't complain. It wouldn't make any sense anyway if I chose to.
Absolutely.
So as I state, I usually read the bio and then I come into the beginning stage of the conversation of letting people know how I know the person. Well, as I stated earlier, it has been a short-lived since I met this man. Prior to that, I was friends with him on Facebook and didn't know who he was. Well, you know how that happens. You see some things and you were like, oh, he seems interesting. I'm friend him. Never spoke to him. And then my cousin, Pamela Johnson, shouts out to her, reached out to me for something that she's doing, a big project that she's doing, and she wanted me a part of it. And this man right here steps in to be the director to help guide her into the realm of success. And I'm so grateful for people like you. And I thank you for your yes. To be able to push Pam in her vision that she wants to give to the world. So I thank you for that on a personal note because you're helping my family. Amen. Amen. And not knowing that some of the projects that he has been a part of, I know some of the actors and actresses in his projects that he produced. And we came into rehearsal one day and he was there coaching us and telling us, you got it. You just got to, take it a little step further to be able to bring Pam's vision to life even the more. So again, I thank you for taking on the charge, taking on that yes assignment to help another Black artist, another Black entrepreneur, another Black dreamer to get their vision up and running. So thank you again.
Thank you. Thank you.
Also in that moment of in beginning of conversations is I like to go back to the beginning so people can really appreciate your journey, whether it's from childhood, whether it's your schooling, whatever it is, the ups and downs of your journey, to be able to appreciate who you are truly. Let's go back to the beginning. What was a young lad named Richard like?
I think I was always a people person. I had a lot of friends. A happy kid, very imaginative. I did a whole as a boy, little kid, did a whole cops and robbers thing. I can remember riding my bike, pretending like I was a bus driver, letting
Mhm.
on imaginary people. I was too clumsy to actually have people riding on the bike with me. So, I'm very imaginative, so, and that honestly grew into where I am today with the different ideas and different visions and different things that I have to begin to create stories and narrative for people to love and follow.
Were you the only child?
No, I actually, from my mom, it's actually three of us. I have a twin sister. I have a twin.
Really?
She lives in Grand Rapids, Michigan, and I have an older brother who lives in California.
So here's the curiosity for me.
Mhm.
Usually when you're young and you begin to create for yourself, most of the time either you're super by yourself or you have a house full of others where it's easy to entertain because you're the entertainer. So that's why I asked, were you the only child?
No, and it's funny because me and my sister, back then when we were younger, uh, we used to, little cassette tapes. So we used to take our little radio my mom bought us, hit record on there, and just be playing and doing different little skits and different little things. And it's funny going back and listening to some of the stuff that we've done because I think some of the stuff would have kind of incriminated us for being, that we didn't know we were recording still that happened, so, but yeah, so we were always entertaining ourselves with different things like that.
And that is awesome. So being at home and entertaining and starting with your creativity book, um, where did you take that? Was that did you do it in school also? Did you do it in church? What were you doing?
Well, I started doing some plays when I was younger in the church, but then that went off to, like I said in my bio, um, I really started to get that the love for stage when it was David E. Talbot. I remember watching one of his plays. It was called Mr. Right Now.
I saw that one.
So, and when I seen that, that just sparked my love for doing theater. So it was myself and one of my close friends, Renisha Simpkins. Um, we came together and we wrote "You Ain't No Different" at Fair State. And when we wrote it, the idea of writing it was to just show students, because we're all college students on the campus, was to show, but we're Christians, so it's to show that, we're no different from you. We make mistakes. We do this. We get in trouble sometimes, but the only difference that separates us is that now we adhere to God, but we want to know we're the same. We hurt like you hurt, but we just wanted to show them a way to because we deal with the same things. But now I want you to be able to go ahead and hear and listen, seek God for guidance in what you do. So when we did it, ironically enough, we used the college students. We didn't know what I got I got the not DVD. It wasn't even DVD. It was VHS. I still have the VHS of us doing that play, and when I look at it, I'm like, oh my god, it's so much stuff on there that I cringe now after doing everything that we've been doing, but just to see the lives that were touched. People, a lot of the students came to see the play, but they thought they were coming to make fun of the play. But actually, it started to change a lot of their lives to the point that even after we left Ferris State, that same play was still talked about for at least 2 to 3 years after we left.
Wow, that's amazing. Thank you, Erica, and be safe. Thank you for all those who are tuning in. I appreciate it. Again, please share while you're on. Don't be selfish in this great gems that you're gonna get tonight. Let somebody know that we have a gym master here, who's, like I said before, experience is going to help someone. The good thing that we understand, sometimes purpose bumps into us, right?
Absolutely.
And we don't know. We just doing what we do. We love to do what we do. And we're not understanding that that is part of God's design for you to do for your life. Even in that moment, it's going to take care of you. And we're not understanding, as humans, that the thing that you love the most is probably part of your purpose on earth. It's never something totally off from something that you wouldn't normally do.
Right.
And so to be able to say, hey, we wrote something, it affects lives, it's changing lives, and it's still being talked about, was definitely God sent, right?
Absolutely.
We have no idea. Some of the things we think is us is really God talking to us and through us for someone else. So again, I appreciate you even acknowledging the call, as we say. Some ministers will never step behind a pulpit.
Mm-hmm.
Minister where you are. You minister where that place and position that you're in, and that's what you're doing.
Absolutely. And I've been behind the pulpit, and I feel more comfortable because I see that I'm comfortable behind the pulpit, but then I'm also comfortable in the realm that I am now because I see the different lives for folks that may have never stepped foot in the church to still be able to help lead and guide and help pour them in a good direction. I feel like okay, God, you have me in this place, so let me be your servant and you guide me.
Absolutely.
That's how I have my steps ordered. I want my steps to be ordered by God. So wherever I go, He's there right with me. If there's something I need to say, there's something I need to do, then I'm like, okay, I can feel it. But if I'm teaching, if I'm in a rehearsal, if I'm doing something, I can. Sometimes I can. I'm a people person, so I feel where people are at times. So at times I'm like, okay, let me stop and find out. Okay, what's going on? You know, why are you in this point that you're at right now? So all of that, I use to my advantage to be an inspiration to others, as well as people are inspiration to me when it comes down to it too, because my eyes are even opened up even more.
Absolutely. And I didn't even know you was a minister. And so again, we find out more that we are alike more than we are different, and you'll never know that until you sit down and have a conversation with someone. Because I'm a minister too, and so again, it's these moments where even in class, in our acting sessions, and that's the first time I really had a conversation with you, is you're good, but you can be better. And
Yeah,
these are the ways that I can see or exercises that you can do to be better in your craft. A lot of people don't know. I have no professional as far as acting is concerned. I just one day tried it and did it.
Right.
Of course, there's the moments where you have your Easter plays and church, functions. Yes. As I state, if you can conquer the church, you can conquer anything.
Absolutely.
You can absolutely flourish in any part, really, because the church has every entity in there to do things outside of the church and really do very well. Where if you are a choir member, there's the moments of getting over speeches or being afraid of people speaking out. You're there, you're performing. So, of course, you can go into any room and literally perform. There's the moment of projecting your voice or your vocals and things of that nature. These are perfected in church. And people don't even realize these are skills that you're already doing as children, as adults, that again, you can do and take anywhere. I also wanted to get into the craft of, as I stated, creating is like breathing to me. Let's expound on that.
Oh yeah. Yeah. The creative part, just to put something down on paper, number one, and to get an idea. Sometimes I get ideas when I'm driving. Then next thing you know, okay, let me jot this down. Okay, this sounds like a great story. Let me put this together. Now you have to know that anything that I write, now it's like I put it out there, but it's one of those things for me that I want to be able to not only entertain, but I want to bring lessons in. And a lot of times, because for me, creating and putting this out there, I'm like, okay, I got this. So, for instance, if there's somebody that's dealing with um, molestation or something, but they have a real bad attitude, but you don't know where that attitude is coming from. You just think this person is just mean and nasty. I want to be able to create backstories to tell, so now you can understand. Because one thing people do is see from the outside and never get a chance to see within. So in my creation, it's like, okay, let's tell this story. Let's bring this out to light. So now people are not just judging, but I have a better understanding. So for me, it's like when I hear people say, "Oh, I got this. Oh, this was me." I'm like, yes, folks are feeling this. So for me, that's like breathing to me, because that's I'm putting life into where something might have been dead for somebody, or vice versa. But for me, it's just like, whew, okay, they got it. I'm on the right track.
Mm-hmm. That part also I wanted to bring out, even for you, that even in the moment of creating, like breathing is to me, is the same thing that God did for us in breathing life into us. He's the main creator. So therefore, and as he said, I made you in my image and my likeness. We are supposed to mimic him. We're doing that and being creative in whatever space that we are in. Also coming from the writer perspective, I've been writing for a long time. I never went professionally for it because I didn't think at the time that it would make you money.
Yeah.
Didn't know. So, at that time, you were always geared toward, hey, what do you think the future is going to be? What is something that you would, feel like is going to be an industry that will last? And, most people go for medical. Most people will go for rescue world, as we would say. And also, at the time, it's computers.
Mm-hmm.
It's engineering. It's those things that my mind was toward of growing up to say, this is something I want to become. It was never a writer. You know, in those moments, the arts was, for some, it was a starving thing. It was, we're not making that type of money. If we make money, great. But it wasn't like, hey, you can make money making thousands and thousands of dollars each year. It was few and in between. So the arts was more so, the word as it says, entertainment. It was more of something that I just love to do, a hobby, so I say.
But and here's the thing about that. I got married in 2003, and I remember me and my wife sat down, and we what the word says, write the vision to make it plain. Habakkuk 2:2. Write the vision, make it plain. They that run with it may read it. Right? Those that read it may run with it. I think I'm saying it right. But though the vision tarries, wait on it. For the vision is yet for a appointed time. So when we wrote everything down, now mind you, I was just doing plays, starting doing plays back then. Still just getting off of doing You Ain't No Different. So in our vision, we wrote down that we want to do plays, we want to do movies. I want to do a TV show. I want to do music. Don't have no experience in this at all. Did not go to school for this, but this is what I said I wanted to do. And then that was in 2003. In 2013, we did our first stage play and came out nationally on DVD. Check mark. Then my former business partner that passed away, Melissa Talbot, we joined forces and we did 2 seasons of a web series called Carter and Cody, written by Victoria Sharp. Check mark. Then we started managing our artist named Janice Jackson. She goes by Jody now. Music. Check mark. Again, none of this stuff I had experience with, but I said that this is stuff that we wanted to do, that I wanted to do. Not knowing how it was going to happen, but wrote the vision. Though it tarries, wait on it. Yeah, it took about 10 years before everything just started flowing. And now things are just coming back to back, to back, to back, to back, to back, to back. And we're doing movies now, which was unheard of because we were known for stage plays. We were producing everybody's stage plays. We were doing our own stage plays. And we were happy in that realm, doing that because that's what we could do a show with our eyes closed. Whether it's a big show, small show, do it with our eyes closed. And to be at this point now is nothing but God. Nothing but God. So I'm always thankful, truly thankful for the experience that we have now.
So let's, as we say, keep it real. So in the entertainment world, of course, starting off, newlyweds. Did you guys have a regular 9-to-5 or no?
Yeah, I still be really real. I still got 9-to-5.
Really?
Yes, I still
doing all that.
Yeah, and it was difficult, and if I'm gonna be real, I still have to find a balance because my wife would say, hey, we've been married 21 years this year. She said, hey, you still got to make time for me. Hey, you still got to do this. Hey, I don't want to be forgotten about, and as being, we both work, so not only am I doing a 9-to-5, she's doing a 9-to-5, I'm still running the business full time too. Our last son, he's getting ready to graduate this year, thank God. So we got 2 boys, so he's about to be off in college, so it gives a little bit more room, but we're still trying to balance everything out because things have really just started picking up within these last few years to where business is not just a hobby, but it's an actual business now. Before we were doing a lot of stuff, but now business if I could say it like this, business is businessing right now. You know, so it's like, okay, we for real got to get this together. We for real got to get our books right. We for real got to do this. So managing everything is more than a notion.
Right. And this year, my theme for this season has been Black love.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to show love on a different scale. I'm bringing in more couples this year to rekindle or to show that love really exists in our culture.
Yes.
I also wanted to bring in people who I know really love to do what they do.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's, entertainment, whether it's being a speaker, whatever it is that you do. I wanted to showcase that to the world, that I love doing what I do. Mainly, I want to focus on love.
Right.
We know that God is love, and we can only be healed by love.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's not the word, if it's not the love between each other, what else is it that we love that other people will love too? Yeah. And this is what we do. So I wanted you to expound on why you love to do what you do.
I love to do what I do. Like I said, I work a 9 to 5, but working a 9 to 5 is working 9 to 5. But when I have the opportunity to create, when I get with like-minded people that has the same love that I have, we feed off of each other. And when we're done, when we're complete, it's like, man, you mean to tell me that we're done? We wrap with this film, or we wrap with this project? We ain't doing another theater show. We done. We did 3 shows. This is it. Or we did 7-8 days of filming, and you mean to tell me that we don't have to come back early tomorrow? It's a void, but it's also a good feeling, because it's like, man, I can't wait for folks to see what we created. I can't wait for folks to see what we've done. Even when we just did our premiere last weekend, when we did our premiere for Chocolate Kiss 2, the actors never seen, they hadn't seen a full movie. They read the script, but to see everything put together was all their first time actually being able to see it and hear their response along with the audience, because now they're seeing it for the first time with the audience. And when we're filming, everybody's not on the set at the same time,
right?
So for everybody to see how everything just came together, I love seeing that. And we had 2 theaters. Every time we do a show or premiere, we have more than 1 theater. So me and my partner Mike Jeffers, we're running from theater to theater just to hear the reaction, to say, oh, are they going to catch this part? How are they going to react here? For us, that's love. That's why I love what we do. And when we could get the reaction from the people, it does my heart really well, honestly. So I'd be excited about it.
I'm excited. I was mad that I heard about it at the last minute, because definitely I would have promoted it here, and as well been there to support you in person. Again, and he's talking about Chocolate Kiss too. So again, when you even had a product to be able to turn it around twice, that's even the more of a great product. Also, again, when we love to do what we do, it comes across as what we love to do. There's that moment of collaboration, and that's what all God does, always collaborating with his children. And we win and we benefit the most. Even some of the, getting these sermons together, right? and you're researching and you're doing all things, and you like, wow, I'm really understanding how much God really truly loves us. And you're able to see his love in a different light. Even in the real conversations that we have in the arts and showing it on a different scale, or if I'm singing it, if I'm dancing it out, whatever stage that I'm on, it gives that light to, this is going to help somebody.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is going to make someone stop and think about their next step. We don't know sometimes what we're doing, to be honest. We don't. We really don't. We think we know, but we don't. And then, like you said, running from theater to theater to see if someone's going to catch your vision is it's funny, but it's like, okay, you already knew that it was going to be, but you just didn't know to the extreme that it's going to be. And for even people commenting now that they love the movie, is amazing. Again, kudos to you and your partner for saying yes. And I'm not going to stop saying that to you. Not only are, because you're a minister, you understand when I say yes to the assignment. We think it's yes to this project, but it's not. It's yes to the ultimate assignment that he has designed for us.
And I say this, it's more so because, and I hear how so many people say, well, I can't never get the help, or no one ever seems to want to, I'm out here by myself. One thing that I've always stood on is that if you have the knowledge, if you have the wherewithal, then help. Do. Pam, her first time coming to me probably some years ago when she was looking at doing a stage play. But I think I kind of scared her off when I told her all it entails, you know. But my goal is to help people become more better. If I say, okay, yep, this will work, but this will work even better if you have X, Y, and Z. It's because of things that I've learned from my mistakes. So therefore, you don't have to make the same mistakes as I did. So I'm gonna help you push forward because somebody was either there for me or I was able to learn and my eyes were open. So now I want to pass this on to you. So when she came to me, it was just a thing like, okay, let's see where I can get you. Let's see what we can do. Let's talk. And I'm thankful that that God even allows me to be able to be in this type of position to be able to help, to be able to do it, to be able to give information that was shared with me or information that I've learned along the way.
Absolutely. Which, as we say in the church world, your testimony that I've been through this and, God was with me. I might have been scared. I might have been nervous. Whatever it is, God was still with me to say, I'll never leave you nor forsake you. The other day, we were going through some, different challenges and whatever. And God woke me up. And the first thing on my mind was, I have never seen the righteous forsaken, nor his seed begging bread. And that just sparked something different in me that I can't shake. And it was almost as also on top of that, whatever you've been waiting for is getting ready to happen.
Yeah.
If I never seen it before or felt anything like I do now, I'm closer to it's getting ready to happen.
Right.
And I don't think small at all. Everything I think is big. And that moment of when I get to rub elbows with or be in the room with a person like Richard Bass, like when you go in, and the good thing about you is your reputation is good. Your name is good. And that's even in the Bible, that your name is better than silver and gold. It should be a good reputation. And when they say, oh, I know Richard, oh, I know this, and it's like, okay. So I don't feel like God put you in rooms with these people just happenstance. Nah, I got what I needed. It's not over.
Right.
I don't know. Maybe one day I'll be under you as an actress. I don't know. But the fact that what you shared freely was necessary for my journey.
Amen. Amen. And I think what I've learned and still am learning is that even when you're moving into purpose, into destiny, not allowing fear to be the thing that blocks you. Because early on in my journey with this thing, I had an opportunity one time, and I said I would never allow myself to be put in this predicament again, where a mentor of mine, before they moved to Florida, was doing a show in Flint. It's a huge touring show, and she had Jackée Harry as her director. And she called me and she says, Richard, she said, I want you to come drive to Flint and sit in on these rehearsals, and you can meet Jackée Harry and you could be up under her. I said, okay, I'm coming. Got in the car, got on the freeway, started driving, allowed fear to step in. And I said, I can't do this. Turned around and went home and said I didn't have no gas. I said, come, I didn't make it. You know, but it was the fear of knowing, being in a room with Jackée Harry. I'm like, this is Sandra from 227. You know, I'm feeling not worthy enough to be in that place, even though the door was open for me to be there. You know, but still allowing fear to step in to say, yeah, you're not worthy enough to be in that place. You know, I said, after that, she just said, well, I figured you just wasn't serious enough. You know, so I didn't bother you about it. You know, and sometimes, you know, you think like, what would have happened if I didn't allow fear to kick in? But at the same time, you got to look at, well, you can't focus on that now because what's dead is dead. So let's move forward and not allow that to happen again. You know, so when you have a thing and you have those open opportunities, you take it. So that's what I say, for every opportunity that I have to be able to open my mouth to say something, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Why? Because it was there for me.
Absolutely. Yeah. I wrote a book, and one of the chapters is about fear. And fear is mentioned in the Bible 365 times. And I thought it was ironic that, you know, every day of the year, you're faced with fear. Yeah. And it's still a choice. Even though God didn't give it to us, you can succumb to it or not. And from those moments is the testimony of every time you conquer fear, you let somebody else know that they can do it too. If you think the smallest thing, whether it's your fear of pets or animals or insects, whatever, height, whatever. There's a lady, Dana Barry, I will never forget. She talked about how she was afraid of heights. And she conquered that by taking a trip and just going up into the mountains.
Right.
And she took a picture of herself conquering her fear. And it was not only the spiritual side of it, but it was also the physical, that not only, even if it tried to creep up again, you have a picture literally of you conquering something. So from there is that moment I could do anything.
Right.
I can do anything. And even for myself, when I wrote the book, it was that summer, I believe. By that August, I was on a cruise and I jumped off a 15-foot cliff into some raging water. And the moment when you're on a cliff yourself, you're like, I can't. No, I don't know what I was thinking. But sometimes you got somebody that's an encourager while you're up there. Yes, God. And while you're up there, somebody is coaching you along that, yeah, you can do this. Yeah, you can do this. So for me, I am in the place of, I'm up here, I'm traveling up here to where Richard Bass is. And I'm able to jump into this raging water knowing that it's fun.
Mm-hmm.
Get out your own moment. Get out of your own head. Just jump. So the man says to me, and there's a bar up there, and I'm holding on to this bar. I got on the life jacket and all of this, and it's supposed to be fun. And he's like, ma'am, you paid all this money. Ma'am, you have come to Ocho Rios, Jamaica. Ma'am, you cannot, and I won't let you. I won't let you sit here and turn around now.
Mm-hmm.
What I need you to do is let go of this bar. And I'm all like, huh? What? Let go of the bar. I said, okay. Now what? He said, I'm gonna count 1, 2, 3, and then I want you to jump. Now, the first time that he jumped, he said the numbers, and I just looked at him like he was stupid. Like, are you talking to me? Did I jump? No. So he did the count again, as if I didn't hear him the first time. And I'm looking at him like he's stupid. And I'm like, He said, ma'am, I'm going to help you. And I said, yes. He said, what I need you to do is I need you to step forward. And I need you to see yourself beyond where you are now.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah.
And when he said it, he said, now. He counted down 1, 2, 3. And the next thing I know, I jumped. And because I didn't feel like I conquered it the way I should have or could have, I went up the side of the mountain again. And this time he didn't have to count. I ran and jumped.
That's how it works.
And so at this moment, I want people to understand that you might not, have all the Superman nerves the first time around, but you can do it. Richard Bass is sitting here tonight to let you know that you can do it. Even in the moment of trying to get it together, trying to make ends meet, going through being married and having children. Life happens. But at the end of the day, I'm still doing what I love to do. And what I love to do is still taking care of me. Huh?
Absolutely. And here's the thing. A lot of people like to rush a process.
Mm-hmm.
But the biggest thing is when you're going through a process, when you're trying to get to the end of a thing, instead of trying to rush to get to the end of the thing, you forget to enjoy what you're in while you're in there, because you're thinking about all the stuff that went wrong or all the stuff that went right, all the what I should have, would have, could have. But if you just enjoy the process as you're going through it, instead of rushing to try to get to an end of a thing, you will respect what you have so much better once you get to the end of a thing. That's like if somebody says, I want $1 million, and they put $1 million. Well, what did you do to get to that $1 million? Are you going to enjoy it more knowing that, okay, it took a lot for me to get here, and now I respect it and I like it more because I had to go through this process. Every process is not easy. Everybody wants a simple, smooth process. But every process is not going to be easy. But even in those moments of uncertainty, even in those uneasy moments, you still have to learn and find a way to enjoy the process. Even in moments where it's not enjoyable. what is the lesson I need to learn in this moment that is not enjoyable right now, but because I don't want to rush it, because there's something I still need to learn in these moments. So instead of rushing the process and rushing to get through, enjoy the moments while you're in them.
Absolutely. I usually have some words that is those gems, as we talked about earlier, to encourage someone to keep on moving. So the two words I have here right now is uplift and empower. What those two words mean to you?
Well, let's start with when you say uplift, it's everything that you're doing and that I find always difficult for me to speak on the things that I do, because for me it's just something I'm doing because it's something that in my heart I know it's right. But to be able to uplift and bring folks up with you, to folks that you see are down, folks there's something that I would do in rehearsals that I went through a training with my job, and I said I'm gonna have to implement this, and it's just to find out, because some people needs a moment to that they never have to. I say how are you today? How are you doing today? And it's more than just. And I say you can say it if you want to, if not, but some people don't have a moment to be able to express how they feel, what's going on. But to have folks have a moment just to say, hey, today wasn't easy, you know, and I had this going on. And to be able to say and really give an encouraging word afterwards is moments that I feel like, okay, this is an uplifting moment for them. Hopefully and prayerfully this works, because again, we're still ministers. So, and those moments are my moments. So let me help uplift this person, or God, give me a word to say to this person. I want to be an encourager. So uplifting in moments of uncertainty, moments where folks feel discouraged, or even feeling fine. They could be happy. Hey, just speaking. Hey, how you doing today? I'm good. Uplifting. So that's in short definition for what uplift means to me. Um, as far as empowering, you know, just to keep encouraging people to move forward, to that you got this. Let's run this race together. What can I do for you to help you to make it better for you? So those are for me it's short, uplift and power.
Even with one of the I won't even say a task. When I started this podcast, God had already told me that I was going to become the help that I once needed. Mm-hmm. Whether it was through advice, whether it was literally being connected to someone who could help me, whether it was those moments of, sis, I don't think you should do that. Those moments of, this is why I do what I do. Those moments of, you just need one person to hear you. All you need is one person to encourage you or smile at you to keep going and doing what you do. There was times in life where it wasn't easy at all. I just needed somebody to know, or just call my name. Do anybody care? These are these moments right here where I'm constantly showing to people that I care. You don't have to be the president. You don't have to be any of those things. I'm going to treat you like you are a celebrity because you are to me. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So that's the deeper moment of why we're talking and keeping it real, because I feel like we don't do enough of it. We don't let people in to tell them, I didn't always have it together. Right. In those moments of having the right village around me, I'm here today. I'm here. I'm better than I was before. Those moments of people are having the hardest times in life. It might not be my story, but it's their story. If we're able to actually sit down and listen there's gems in their life for you too.
Yeah.
Because we're literally one moment away from being on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
It all can be taken away.
Mm-hmm.
We talk about the people in the grocery stores and that have degrees, and in those moments, we don't know what we'll do when we're faced with certain things. Will you check out? Will you mentally just, who knows?
Yeah.
You're no better. You're no different. So in those moments when we have the chance to actually testify, as we say, we need to, because you don't know, that thing that might come out of your mouth might be the moment that I can pull on to say, well, you know what? If they can do it, so can I.
Mm-hmm.
And these big words right here. What is a balanced life to you?
Ooh, I'm still learning it.
Uh-huh.
I am still learning it. All in all, though, a balanced life to me would be able to balance with my family, with my business, to where I can be able to run things effectively, efficiently, and smoothly. And I'm still learning it, but I believe I'm bringing some sort of a balance in. You know, but yeah, so it's just to bring that whole everything to where you want it when you can wake up in the morning and then go to sleep and you say everything is still running, efficiently and effectively and smoothly. And I'm sitting here like, man, my wife is happy, business is making money, bills are paid. That's for me. That's a balanced life. Of course, you got to keep the spiritual part in there as well. But when you bring all that together, that's a balanced life for me. And I just say it's a work in progress because everything is starting to just come in. And it's like, okay, now we still got to keep this. Now we still got to do this. But now we got to bring everything in so it can just flow.
Absolutely. Again, I thank you for, tonight. We could have had a busy schedule, but tonight we're able to have our conversation about what's going on, what we're doing, why we do what we do. It's an amazing conversation to have. I do have a few church announcements, as we say. So a year ago, I was able to write my first single book, The Blueprint God's Design. This is the code on Amazon, so you can go support there. Is my journeys of getting back to my rightful place with God. You feel like you're Superwoman, you're Superman, and you're taking on things that's not for you. You find yourself being sick. You find yourself being stressed out, and you don't know why these things are happening to you. Is because you're doing God's job. And so when I realized what Blueprint was all about, it's really the Bible, of course, but it's also those moments where you're wasting time in certain areas where you shouldn't have to. You're wasting money in places that you shouldn't be. Your time, effort in itself, you're wasting it on things that you shouldn't have to. And it's okay to go back to the beginning. Go back to your first love. And all is well. So, of course, you can put my name in, Camila Foster, put the title in or this code, and that book will be delivered to your home. If you want to continue to see the success of this platform, my goal is to get this platform to TV. I used to say to be the next Ellen DeGeneres, but I want to be one and only. Okay. It's Cash App as Sunshine Camila. I thank you in advance for all that you're doing, for the support, for telling someone, to financial, whatever you do, I thank you in advance. This show is sponsored by Blacktop Streetball Association, btsba.com. If you're asking, who is that? Well, my big brother, Main Event from AM1, and all his fellas are coming back out under this umbrella now as owners and not just players. So again, I need you guys to go to their website and see very soon, well, what city they're going to start in to start this thing all over again for our culture. If you have people that you want to see on the show, they want to be a guest, they have a dope story to tell, whatever it is, you can inbox me on Facebook at Sunshine Camila. You can go to my IG pages, Sunshine Camila or Keeping It Real Conversations. Definitely, I will reach back out. Most likely it is me because I am only me right now. You can email me at CamilaFoster51 at Gmail. Again, I will get back with you. I have 2 events that I am definitely supporting right now. If you remember D12 and Eminem, Swifty McVeigh of D12 is having an unplugged performance meet and greet Saturday, March 2nd, which is coming up at 6 p.m. at the MAG, 21421 Hilltop Street, Suite 24 in Southfield, Michigan. Go to their website to get the tickets. You don't want to miss this. Swifty is so cool. Again, he is the husband to my friend, my sister, TT from the D. If you know her, you know Teresa. She is definitely a person to know in the city. Also, big shouts out to my big sister, Crystal P, who's celebrating 20 years in entertainment. Her More Than the Eyes Can See is going to be Saturday, March 16th, 7 p.m. at Ford Community and Performing Arts Center, 15801 Michigan Avenue in Dearborn. You don't want to miss this. Crystal P, Swifty, all of these people have some amazing backstories. You can go back on the website and check out on the YouTube channel when I had them before. And they'll be coming on the show very soon. Matter of fact, Swifty will be on tomorrow to talk about what he got going on. Crystal P will be back on the show March 7th to start promoting, of course, what she has going on. Again, this is what I do. This is what I love to do, supporting one another, because it does take a village for us all to be successful. I don't know no crabs. Crabs don't live here. So again, we gotta, support one another. Again, Chocolate Kiss 2, Kisses 2 will be on Tubi, right? Soon.
Be on Tubi.
And all the other projects that we talked about earlier. I need you guys to go support Richard Bass. I just spoke my brother up. Wally Dixon is in the building. Thank you, bro. Blessings to you. I love you. You already know that. A part of the success story of this show, Wally Dixon took on himself, me. Most of my guests came through him. 85% of my guests I've never met to this day, but it feels like family. So once you sit down and talk to me, believe me, I check in periodically, even over these 3 years, almost 4, of doing what I do. Is that the last of my? It is. So the last moments of this conversation that we have, of course, I always give it to our guests to close us out. I'm not gonna make you sing, so no worries. But what is it something that you want to leave with people tonight? Oh, I can't hear you. You might have to, since somebody called you, you might have to go out and come back in. He'll be right back, y'all. I am grateful for, him being here tonight. You guys being here tonight. I take nothing for granted. Nothing at all. I thank everybody. Again, I already spoke of these 2 events that are coming down the pipe. I want you guys to, of course, support in any way as possible. Hold on. You should be back now.
Okay, I'm back. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, it's simply to dream big. Dream big. And I heard Les Brown say years ago that a teacher told him, don't let someone's opinion of you become your reality. So whatever you believe you can do, then do it. Believe in yourself. Believe in yourself first. Because if nobody else is not going to believe in you, as long as you believe in you, you can make it happen. So just make it happen. And like Nike say, just do it.
So again, thank you, Richard Bass, for stopping by and having a conversation with me and our folks. His production company, Chosen One Productions. I want you guys to, again, if you need somebody, you definitely want to use him. Again, I already told you a personal testimony of what he's doing for my cousin, Pamela Johnson. Again, his work speaks for itself. His demeanor speaks for itself. His name is good in these streets, as we say. And so, as we say, that he loves God and I love God too. So again, keep doing what you're doing. People might not pat you on the back. They might not say nothing to you. But again, a sister like me, I'm watching and I'm listening. So again, you have definitely encouraged me more than you'll ever know. But I will be back here tomorrow at 7 with none other than Swifty McVeigh from D12. And we're going to have a conversation about his meet and greet that he's about to have next weekend. Is it next weekend?
March 5th. Yeah. Might be.
March 2nd? March 2nd, right?
Yeah, that's next weekend.
Next weekend. So again, it's a privilege to rub elbows with the people that I rub elbows with. Again, the regular person and my neighbors, the 9 to 5, it's the teachers, it's the mamas, the daddies, it's the kids, it's everybody. And this is what I grew up with, the village. Matter of fact, I think I'm gonna start calling my people the village. I think that is perfect. I think that's what we're gonna call ourselves, the village. I remember growing up in my neighborhood, you couldn't get away with nothing. Somebody was always watching. I promise you, when the ladies is gone, grandma, somebody in a window peeking, they hear stuff you don't think they be hearing, and then that's when you get 3 or 4 whoopings in one day.
Absolutely.
That's when we really cared.
Uh-huh.
It was a thing of when you didn't have, you can go to your neighbor and borrow a cup of sugar or a cup of laundry detergent or whatever until I can get to the store.
Mm-hmm. You get it back.
Yes, I'll give it back to you. I just need 3 eggs, and then you get a carton of eggs back. However, this is what I'm about. I need to bring back the love of the village. So again, thank you very much. I will send you the link to the show for tonight. You can do whatever you want to it. Again, I will be back here tomorrow on a special edition with Swifty McVeigh. Again, I believe in 6 degrees of separation. You're literally one person away, one advice away, one help away from where you need to be in your destiny, proven over and over again since I started this show. Again, I thank you for all that you're doing. Keep on doing what you're doing, and I love you. See you tomorrow.
All right.